Hi, I'm Old Norse specialist Dr. Jackson Crawford. I teach at the University of Colorado Boulder, previously UC Berkeley and UCLA. One of the great genres of Old Norse poetry, besides the poems about the gods, is death poetry, the poems by men who are about to die. One of the most famous, of course, is Ragnar Lothbrok, who has, in a sense, two famous death poems, because there's the short couple stanzas he speaks in the Saga of Ragnar Lothbrok, which I've translated, as well as the long jokull, which I've made another video about. But there are many others. In the Saga of Ragnar Lothbrok, one of Ragnar's own sons, Eirek, has a famous death poem. This is from my translation of that saga. I will accept no payment from my brother, nor a wife, nor hear Oystein named as the killer of Agnar. No mother mourns me. I am ready to die high above the other corpses here. Let the spears pierce me. No king's son I ever heard of died on a better bed for the raven's breakfast. The eager, thankless, shining-feathered bird will soon caw over both brothers' bodies. Take these final words, my journey east is ended. Tell the lovely lady Åslaug that she owns my rings now. She will be angry, my stepmother. When she hears I am dead, she will tell her gentle sons. The raven is hungry for my bloody head. That eager bird thirsts for my unseeing eyes. You know, if the raven pulls the eyes from my head, that carrion bird repays me badly for the feasts I fed him. This is as Eirek has been captured by King Oystein of the Swedes, who's already killed his brother Agnar, and of course Eirek points out that his own mother is dead, so no mother will mourn him, but he asks that his father's second wife, Åslaug, be informed about how he dies, which is he requests to be thrown onto a bed of spears planted in the earth. It's pretty metal. Another famous death poem comes to us in the Saga of Gísli Súrsson. Gísli has been fighting off his attackers. He's been standing on top of a ridge and fighting them off as they come at him, but finally his guts have been torn out by one of his attackers' weapons. He ties his guts back into his body and then speaks this poem before jumping from the top of his ridge to kill one last attacker as he falls to his own death. I'll read this in Old Norse and reconstructed medieval pronunciation as well as in my own translation. Fals hallar skal fulla, fagrleit sus mig tetir, rekilot at rokum regensinum vin fregna. Vel hygek thot egjar iterslegnar mig biti, thog av sinum svenis vers mins fader herdu. The beautiful woman, jewel of my home, who cheers me, will proudly hear of her brave husband. I think it's well, though the sharp blades of swords bite me. My father gave his son this toughness. Another very famous death poem actually comes from well after the Viking Age. This is the death poem of Thorir jokull, Thorir the glacier, uttered in 1238, but still very much in the Viking spirit. Uppskalt å kjol kliva, cold sjóvar drífa, kosta þú hugg þinn at herða, her muntu lífið verða, skavl baugjattu skalli, þótt skur ó þig kvali, ost hafðir þú moja, eitt sinn skal hver doja. You must climb up on the keel, though the sea's sleet is cold. Strain to harden your heart, here your life will end. Don't bow your bald head to the snow, though it showers down on you. You had the love of women. Everyone must die on some day. So this grand, poetic acceptance of death may or may not be perfectly historical. Of course, you may have a difficult time composing a perfectly calibrated poem, especially in the Skaldic tradition, as you're dying, but maybe it's something you think about, you know, in the years leading up to it, when you think, maybe I'll die in some particularly Dranger fashion, and then I'll know what to say. Myself, on the one occasion that I truly did think I was going to die, I did not utter quite such quite such Dranger words, although I guess I could have done worse. In conclusion, as always, I'm wishing you all the best from beautiful Colorado. Ma'am, do you know why I pulled you over this afternoon?